This adventure started with seeing a video that the Phoenix Fire Department had put out about cancer in the fire business. Statistics basically were rising and showing that all first responders are a little bit higher at risk for cancer, and there was really no program out there available to get screenings. So I started by calling our insurance company to inquire if that was something that insurance would cover. And that was a very hard process to navigate. Ultimately, that kind of ran into a dead end. So I started calling some of the local hospitals to see if they were interested in helping us out or if they even had a program. Came up with calling SCOA, and I called on a Friday afternoon, and by Monday I had some answers.
We get annual physicals, we have mental health backups, we've got all that stuff. On the cancer side of it, my focus was always what we're bringing into the fire station, how are we cleaning things, that was it, not on the scan. And so when Nick brought it and said, we found someone said they'd do it, and I'm like, darn right we'll do it. That's fantastic. What are the details? Let's figure it out. And it moved extremely rapidly after that.
Having access to programs for screening is one of the big problems in our state and in our country in general. What we've been able to do here is offer them a free and easy and convenient way to come in and get every single test that they need to get done at one time without having to go see multiple doctors with multiple different appointments.
Hearing back from SCOA immediately was a huge shock to me. I had been shot down multiple times by other organizations, and I just didn't know what to expect. So to get a phone call back from Wade on Monday morning, I was very excited about it. Just hearing that it hadn't died there, I was very happy. So it's come a long way, and we're very proud of this program.
We're doing all the other things we're supposed to, mental health, physical health. It makes so much sense. Why are we avoiding this?
Firefighters in particular carry about a 60% increased risk in cancer. But first responders in general also have an increased risk of cancer.
We go into atmospheres in all of those categories, EMS, law enforcement, us, that most of the population will never go in, and a lot of them aren't healthy. And I know that does impact your health overall. So I think that everybody, there's no reason not to come.
Firefighters in particular are exposed to carcinogens in the smoke that they breathe in, the toxic chemicals that they're exposed to. They can obtain this exposure either by inhalation or by having those chemicals in contact with their skin. So even through contaminated equipment. We also know that first responders are under a lot of stress, which increases the risk of malignancy. In general, the labs and the testing that are important for first responders are the same labs and testing that are important for everybody else. I mean, these guys will run into a burning building, but when they walk in this doctor's office, they're so nervous, their hands are clammy, and they just don't want to hear that there's something wrong with them.
We had a conversation about there's going to be some guys that aren't going to want to know. That's just a human nature, I guess, when it comes to this type of, we're not talking about getting a regular physical. You're going to know something or you're not going to know something. And I didn't even tell him I was on the top of that list. I'm 63. My mom died at 64 of lung cancer. I'm an ex-smoker, been in the fire service for 30 years. What could go wrong? The
unknown of having cancer was a little nerve-wracking, but the appointment was very easy. I came in, I spent about 45 minutes in the office, and I was in and out. We signed in, we did blood draws, I talked with Dr. Collins, and then did a chest x-ray. And like I said, in 45 minutes I was in and out, and by the end of the day I had a phone call clearing me, clean bill of health.
Friendliest people you ever want to meet, from the time you step in the door, to drawing your blood, to telling you where to sit. It was just one of those, so relaxing. Talking to Dr. Collins was amazing. It was just, you're in, you're out. Hey, we're going to get a CT scan for you because of your history. Let's get over there. We'll call you this afternoon when it comes back. Boom, everything went fine. So all that worry, all that apprehension, if I can do it, anybody in this state can do it. It's that easy.
I think that's human nature, to not really want to know. If you're not feeling bad, you don't want to find out that you have something wrong with you. But at the end of the day, if you wait until cancer makes you feel bad, a lot of times it's too late. So the whole idea is seeing your doctor early before you feel bad, so we can find these things at an early stage. It basically boils down to lung cancer screening, because we know the risk of lung cancer due to the inhalation and due to the contact carcinogens that first responders are exposed to. We've basically been doing a chest x-ray to screen for lung cancer in the younger firefighters, and those that are over 40 years old with more than 10 to 15 years of exposure history, we've been doing a low-dose CT scan. Guidelines right now say that all first responders should be up to date on their age-appropriate screening for colon cancer, which means they should be getting a colonoscopy at age 45, unless they have a family history of colon cancer that would suggest they need to get that done sooner. Women should be up to date with their mammogram, and we recommend starting that at age 40. And then all first responders should also be getting a yearly skin exam because they are at increased risk for skin cancers.
So far, 2/3 of our employees have actually been scanned. They've gone through the entire process. We've still got a third left out there. They're the ones we kind of got to nudge a little bit. There's always some people that don't want to know, but for all of those that have gone through, they've all said the same thing. It's very easy, it's very fast. Everyone was friendly, and they don't regret their decision.
Firemen are cynics by nature, so we weren't sure what we'd get, but it's surprising that they signed up immediately.
The process is very easy. The website's very inviting. You go to the top of the page and click on request an appointment, and you fill out some basic information, and at the bottom you type in that you're a first responder, you hit submit, and I got a phone call the same day to schedule my appointment.
Right now we're offering the program to first responders in Richland, Lexington, and Kershaw counties, and that would include firefighters, law enforcement, and EMS.